YouTube, it's Tone back with another one for you. So this one here, I think you guys will like because I see a lot, and so it's something that took me a while to figure out too. So this is how you sign without liability, right? So you can enter into a contract without giving up any of your rights, because a lot of times what will happen is that as soon as you sign a document, the adhesion contracts that come along with it, the fucking invisible bullshit, is fucking astronomical. And these motherfuckers want to invent these fucking imaginary contracts based on a signature. That's what they love to fucking do, man. The shit is crazy. So in order to avoid that, what I used to do, and then this is what I do now. So I used to always, you can either use the verbiage, so UCC1-308, right? You can put that literal code under your name wherever you sign, or you can use the verbiage, which is reservation of rights. You can sign and then literally write reservation of rights if you don't want to use the commercial code, still stay in your private capacity, but still have the same protection when you enter into a contract privately, right? Using the verbiage instead of the code. So you can do that. So this here says the purpose of UCC1-308 enacted to replace UCC1-207, which is what it used to be. And these people like to switch it up all the time to keep everybody fucking having to study, which is good anyway, because if you don't use it, you lose it. And so I'm kind of glad that I started to do this too, because I'm fucking remembering everything that I thought I forgot. And then it makes it easier to learn. So when you start teaching, you literally have to go back and fucking learn to make sure you're teaching these people the right shit, unless you're talking out of your ass. Everything I talk about here, I'm going to reference in code and things like that, so it is what it is. And I highly advise you to go ahead and look this shit up and do your own research. Don't believe shit that I say. For all you know, I'm a fucking lying paid agent. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you I'm not, because I ain't fucking getting paid. These niggas ain't paying me. So look, so always do your own research, man. That's the biggest thing, man. Do not believe a thing that anybody fucking says. A lot of people just talk out of their ass. They lie. They come in to make shit up to fucking discourage people from studying, finding out who they are, because when they find out who they really are, they find out who these fucking clowns are really not. And that's the biggest thing that they try to do. And that's it, and that's just their job. You can't take it personal. That's their job. Like, they come here to help us grow. They act like pieces of shit in order for us to know what it's like to be treated like that. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're gonna stand up for not only you, but for your family and other people that you see getting fucked too. You know what I mean? Because you probably wouldn't fucking defend somebody if you didn't know what it was like to be bullied. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't know what they're going through. So the empathy, I think, is the biggest part of this whole thing too. Is that so you kind of gain that, and I've been using that as a driving force to try to help people see things more clearly, because this information will change your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to be subject to these people's tricks and fucking games and sleight of hands and all that nonsense, when you know what it is that you're doing. And when you know that just because you fucking signed something doesn't mean that they can just do whatever the fuck that they want, and this is going to guarantee that. So the purpose of UCC1-308 enacted to replace UCC1-207 is to protect an individual or business entity from unknowingly giving up rights by agreeing to specific contract terms. And then this here, so that's one thing that you can do, which I used to do, but this is what I do now. So the four corners rule in law, also known as the patrol evidence rule, stipulates that if two parties enter a written agreement, they cannot use oral or implied agreements in court to contradict the terms of the written agreement. So they're not gonna be able to throw in fucking any extra shit and be like, hey bro, look, we've been fucking jacking your trust since you signed this document that had your social on it. We've been using it to offset all of our own debt, and we bought some houses and cars. Oh yeah, and then we transferred some funds into our fucking overseas accounts and shit, into our private trust and shit. Is that cool? Because we thought that that's what you meant by when you signed this thing, because you needed food stamps or because you needed some health insurance. We figured you wanted us to fucking rape your whole account. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, you pieces of shit, bro. So look, this is what you do. So this is what I do. So the four corners rule, that the term four corners refers to the four corners of a document. And basically, it implies that the only legal parts of the contract are within the four corners of a page or online document. If there is evidence that exists outside of these four corners, they cannot be used in court if they directly contradict the terms of the written contract. So what I do, I put my name. It ain't even, I fucking changed it to a symbol, right? I'm the motherfucker formerly known as the nigga you used to know. I put a fucking symbol. Your mark is your signature. I put a symbol and I put a fucking square around that shit on whatever I sign. And people look at it funny, but they ask more questions when I used to do UCC1-308. They used to be like, oh, what's that? And it was cool. The conversation, oh, what is this? Oh, that's my reservation of rights. I'm just making sure that that my rights are safe here and all that when throughout the terms of this contract, right? But this is even better because they don't even ask you. They don't even ask you questions. They just look at you like, what the fuck? And bring it to somebody to see if it's cool. And it is cool, bro. Because nobody, who the fuck's gonna tell you how to sign a contract, bro? Stop it, cut it out. So that's what I do. It's a symbol with a fucking box. So there's essentially there is no fucking contract, right? It is what it is, and that's how I sign shit now. And I don't have any fucking problems with it either. And I mean, the shit works. So, and that's how I know that when I go to court and when I ask for the fucking signature, they're going to know what the fuck time it is. Especially if it's a judge, they know what it is. So no contract exists outside of the four corners. So if I sign something and put a box around it, that's the only contract that there is. It's only me and me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And then that way they're not going to be able to go jack your trust and do all that stupid shit that they want to do, because when they forward that document or they staple it together and sell it as a fucking security on the market like they do with your checks that you write and shit like that, how come you're not getting your checks back anymore? Remember how when you used to send a check out in a store or even at the bank or whatever, that shit comes back to you in the mail canceled? What's going on with all your checks? They're keeping all your fucking checks because that is money. Money is when you sign something. That is the fucking money. You are the fucking money. So what they're doing is taking your fucking checks and they're putting them together as bond. They're fucking stapling them shits together as securities and selling them on the fucking market as debt instruments and shit. This is what they're doing. So they're doubling, tripling up, quadrupling up on you motherfuckers because you don't know your shit. So sign that shit, put a box around it, end the story. That's what I do. So that's what I got for you for now until we meet again.